it's really helped just sort of changing my setup slightly. Now, let's just segue into this. A thing that really changed everything for me was back in 2006. I went and saw Cryptopsy play, and they had, like, Flo Mornia, the drummer, had a DVD called Extreme Metal Drumming 101. You can actually see the whole thing on YouTube now if you're interested. But that changed everything for me. Without even doing anything, I watched that DVD and I watched what he did. And he's got a lot of exercises, rudiments to click tracks and, how to get quicker, like speed exercises. So you build up the BPM on your click track and you'll do a blast beat or you'll do doubles or you'll do whatever. Watch the video if you're interested. But what really changed a lot for me was just the way he described setting your drums up for your body type. Now, I'm quite tall, so I'd always have not trouble, but I didn't know any better. But I found that instead of mounting my toms into the kick drum, like most drum kits are, because I'm a bit taller, I needed the kick drum to be a bit further forward, but still have the toms closer to me. So I found that, and then you sort of have your leg. For me, I'll sit at a height where my leg is just past 90 degrees, just past a right angle. And that way, he sort of shows you how to bounce the pedals. And I just found just those slight adjustments really changed the way I play and really, really helped. So that Flo Mornia DVD really changed everything. It helped me with my setup, my technique, my warm-ups. And that was back in 2006. So I still do that stuff. I actually had a lesson with Flo many years ago, back in 2012. And it was out at his house. He teaches. And I went there and he goes, just sit down and just play me something I just want to watch. And I sort of set up how I needed it to be, and I played on his kit, which was awesome. And I just played for about a couple of minutes, and he goes, well, your technique's really good. And I said, well, that's because I copied everything you did off your DVD, and we had a bit of a laugh. But that was a really cool thing. I've actually had a lot of really great drummers teach me over the years. Another thing I did was Sick Drummer Camp back in 2011, and that was Derek Roddy, George Colias, Danny Walker, Sean Reinhardt, Gus Rios, Gene Hoglan, Tim Young. So many great drummers. There was way more than that. I can't remember, but it was sort of really, really immersing yourself in the practice. It was awesome. Well, to sum it all up a little bit, here's some top tips for longevity. Look after your body. Diet, exercise, especially as you get older. When we're in our 20s, you're almost bulletproof. You can just do whatever. I didn't used to stretch or warm up or anything when I started. I could do that. I was more about play the gig and have a bit of a party. That's sort of probably everyone. But as you get older, you sort of go, I need to do this and I need to do that. And I think for longevity, you really need to look after your body. You really want to make sure that your core is strong. You want to watch your technique. You want to watch your technique in exercise as well as drumming. Keeping that neutral spine, sitting right. Lots of little things. There's lots of little tweaks you can do just to make sure that you're playing in a way that you're not going to injure yourself, because there are a lot of injuries that can happen as a result of drumming. Carpal tunnel, RSI, back problems, because we're sort of sitting, balancing on our butts to play. So if you can keep a strong core and have a good posture, that's pretty important. So those would be my top tips for longevity. And hey, that's probably about it. I think we're going to sum it up there. That's a bit of background on me. Thank you very much for listening. I have some really great guests lined up for this podcast, and we're going to dive into those talking points and just have some excellent conversations. So this has been the first episode of the Drumwell Podcast. I'm your host, Todd Hansen, and thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it. Ta-ta.